Hey guys, Rami here with your third stimulus check update and stimulus package update for January 26. So as I told you in the last video, a few senators met with Brian Deese, the senior economic advisor, and we have plenty of reactions from that meeting. Plus, President Biden is now open to discuss the income eligibility for the $1,400 stimulus check. This may address the Republicans' concerns about families making six figures getting the stimulus check. And I want to share with you a small part of Senator Chuck Schumer press conference where he talked about his priorities in the coming weeks, and the stimulus package is one of those priorities. So the phone call that took place on Sunday was to outline the stimulus plan with about a dozen senators. And President Biden also spoke with some of them privately. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said yesterday there's an urgency to moving it forward, and the president certainly believes there has to be progress in the next couple of weeks. And she specifically said that action needs to be taken before the unemployment cliff in March, when unemployment benefits will expire for millions of Americans. But Republicans are not really in a hurry and don't see the need for immediate help. What's new? Senator Susan Collins from Maine said after Sunday's call that it seems premature to be considering a package of the size and scope. She said that additional funding for vaccinations is useful and needed, but any economic help should be more targeted. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said that any further action should be smart and targeted, not just an imprecise deluge of borrowed money that would direct huge sums towards those who don't need it. Mitch McConnell actually seems to have some power still, and he's holding up the organizing resolution, which is the set of rules for the Senate. He's holding it up because he wants Democrats to agree that they will not eliminate the filibuster, and Democrats don't want to agree to that. Obviously, Mitch McConnell wants that because having a filibuster means that they will need at least 10 Republicans to pass things in the Senate, and Chuck Schumer doesn't want to explicitly accept that. We know that Joe Biden doesn't want to end the filibuster because it's not a good look politically, and I believe Democrats like Chuck Schumer don't really want to end the filibuster, but don't want to admit that publicly. They want to keep their options open, but I really do think it's not a good move politically to end the filibuster because it will show that, for middle ground Democrats and Republicans that you're just trying to force your political agenda and policies, and the American people also will not like that either. So it's a tough position to be in. Now, as far as remarks from President Biden about the stimulus package, yesterday he said that he's open to negotiating the income limits for the new round of stimulus payments. And he said this is all a bit of moving target in terms of the precision with which this goes. He included the stimulus checks in the $1.9 trillion deal because it has bipartisan support and because he thought its inclusion could increase the odds of his proposal passing. And obviously, that's one big thing that the senators in Georgia ran on, so it's kind of like, okay, you're voted in now, it's time to get to work and get us the checks you promised, right? But we know that some senators expressed concerns that the payments might not be targeted enough to those most in need and could go to some families making $200,000 or $300,000. So the proposal that Biden proposed doesn't specify income limits, but I guess it's always assumed that the same rules from the previous checks apply here, which is getting the full payment if your income is up to $75,000 if you're a single person and $150,000 for married couples. And the payments will phase out the more money you make over these limits. But now Biden is saying that he's willing to discuss what the income eligibility requirements should be in his new bill. He said there's legitimate reason for people to say, do you have the lines drawn the exact right way? Should it go to anybody making over X number of dollars or Y number of dollars? But I'm open to negotiate those things. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with here in regards to that. As of now, though, Nancy Pelosi already has her people drafting the text of the bill in the House, and they want to vote on it as early as next week. I don't know if that's a good idea because passing something quickly in the House without an agreement in the Senate might just mean another bill that passes and dies in the Senate. Unless something changes in the Senate and 10 Republicans just decide to vote for it when they actually see it come to a vote on the Senate floor. But I find that very unlikely, and I don't even think they can really do much without finalizing the Senate rules, which Mitch McConnell is still holding up. So we'll find out about all that soon, and Senator Chuck Schumer said in his press conference that the relief package is definitely one of the 3 priorities they have right now. So I'll play you the clip, but I'll only play the parts where he talks about the stimulus package. The other 2 priorities are impeaching Donald Trump and approving the president's cabinet.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming. And again, the guidelines will be quick. So we're here today to announce that in the next 3 weeks, we will be doing 3 things, all of which are very much needed in the Senate. There will be 3 essential items on our plate. The trial of President Trump, now that the House has impeached him, bold, strong COVID relief, and approving the President's cabinet, desperately needed at a time like this. The Senate must and will do all 3 and the Senate must advance all 3 in the next few weeks, and we will. And we will. The stakes are too high to delay any of them. So let me discuss each one. Let me talk about COVID relief. The President, with a good deal of input from we Democrats in the Senate, has put together a bold, strong plan for COVID relief, $1.9 trillion. It includes many of the things we need. We all know how desperately we need vaccines across America, and he has a plan to do that and greatly accelerate the number of people who can be vaccinated. We need state and local relief here in New York and in many other states, so that bus drivers and sanitation workers and nurses and firefighters and so many others will not be laid off. Many, many states, including ours, are hurting budget-wise and need that relief. We need more help for transit. We were able to get the MTA the money it needed to continue operating at present levels, but they're going to need more money. We need money to help the unemployed. There are many, many unemployed people. And people need checks in their pockets. And we will increase the overall amount people get to $2,000 a person. That would be $4,000 for a couple, $8,000 for a family of 4. All of that must get done quickly. We hope our Republican friends will see the need and work with us, but if not, we will get it done. There are other means that we can use, including reconciliation, that will enable us to do this.
Mr. Majority Leader, waiting to say it. On the Senate, have the rules for the trial been set, will there be live witnesses, and also on rules, when will the organizing resolution be adopted? And can you do that with 50-plus Paris, or you need McConnell to...
Okay, let me just say a few things on this. First, on the trial, we have negotiated the preliminaries of the trial and when the trial starts. I didn't mention that. The trial will start the week of February the 8th, and as I said, I believe it will be a fair trial, but it will move relatively quickly and not take up too much time because we have so much else to do, but at the same time it will be fair. On the organizing resolution, Mitch McConnell will not dictate to the Senate what we should do and how we should proceed. McConnell is no longer the majority leader, and in every Senate in the past, they have come to an agreement on an organizing resolution, Democrats and Republicans, to move forward. McConnell's standing in the way. He will not dictate to us how we move forward.
Majority Leader.
That's it. Next.
Thank you, Majority Leader Schumer. Will President Joe Biden revise his COVID-19 relief plan monetary-wise to attempt to work with Republicans on cost concerns? And also, the Trump-alleged plot to remove the Attorney General, you called for an investigation, so I wanted to ask you, if you may, comment on the status of that investigation?
Yes. Okay. 2 things. First, the number 1 need for America is for bold, strong relief. We have the greatest economic crisis we've had in 75 years since the Great Depression. We've had the greatest healthcare crisis in 100 years since the Spanish pandemic flu wreaked havoc across the globe 100 years ago, a century ago. And so we need a big, bold plan. We hope the Republicans will join us in that. Now, some of the remarks from some of the Republican leaders has not been very positive, but there's a meeting today at the White House, and I am hopeful that Republicans will see the need. But if they don't, there are tools we can use to move forward on our own, and we will, because the number 1 goal is a bold package that meets the needs of the American people. Back in 2008, the era was whittled down, and the recovery took a decade. We cannot go through that again.
All right, so he focused on the stimulus checks, vaccinations, state and local funding, help for transit, and unemployment. And when he was asked about the organizing resolution, he said Mitch McConnell is not the majority leader anymore, and he will not dictate what Democrats will do. And he also said if the Republicans are not going to compromise, we have other tools. So he's obviously referring here to the budget recon move. And it will be very interesting to see if they actually go through with that move. We'll have to wait and see. This is the latest that we have right now. So let me know your thoughts and concerns in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos and new content for you. Also, get your free stock from Robinhood just by opening an account, the link in the description, and also check the other link for the Yara savings account. It's a new savings account that is FDIC insured but gives you interest with a lottery system. If you use the link below, you'll get 100 tickets when you deposit as little as $25 for a chance to win up to $10 million. Then you'll get a weekly ticket for every $25 that you deposit. I think this is the future of banking, as it encourages savings to earn more chances at winning a large prize. Also, don't forget to get your free stocks from Webull, potentially worth up to $1,600 when you deposit only $100, which is just like cash. You can take it out anytime you feel like it. All the links are in the description below. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.